This is a stimulus update and daily news report. The results are in for the infrastructure procedural vote, and it's not what you think. It was voted against because of one Democrat who voted against it, and you're not going to believe who that one Democrat was. I'll give you all those details. The IRS put out an important announcement about another 2.2 million stimulus checks going out. I'll give you those details. We'll talk about student loan forgiveness, and I'll give you some more important updates along the way. Hope you're having a terrific Thursday. If you appreciate these fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below. And I'm giving out $200 to my subscribers. I'll have more details to that down in the description below. So unemployment claims jumped to 419,000 last week, a sudden increase reflecting an unsettled labor market. So White House officials and economists are watching to see the Delta variant's impact on economy. We noticed the other day on Monday, the stock market tanked because of fears surrounding the Delta variant. So it grew 419,000 from 368,000, which is pretty high. This is not a good number. It could mean that more problems are coming in the future. I'll keep you updated on that. Next, let's talk about unemployment as well. So U.S. states ending federal unemployment benefit saw no clear job gains. So basically what happened here is, according to a few different studies, Goldman Sachs, they found this, saying that we find only a marginal effect, saying as such benefits, discontinuation may end up doing more bad on the personal income ledger than good on the unemployment ledger of the economy. So Goldman Sachs economists also found little evidence yet that cessation of the benefits access across a group of mostly Republican-led states was having much impact on labor markets that continue to puzzle Federal Reserve and other officials. So they're basically saying it almost had no impact on gaining the benefits. It's almost every other day that a new one of these studies is coming out. It's kind of going both ways. It's more in the middle. It's not a definite yes, a definite no, but with this, it's saying that there was no positive effect to canceling those unemployment benefits. The jobs did not increase because of it. Next, let's talk about the IRS announcement saying that more than 2.2 million additional economic impact payments were dispersed under the American Rescue Plan. So this is the third $1,400 stimulus check. So 2.2 million payments went out, 1.3 million payments, approximately $2.6 billion went to people where the IRS didn't have their information or any other mistakes along the way. And then 900,000 plus payments went out. So that's pretty much all there is. So this is the third stimulus check still going out. They haven't done another one of these updates in a while, in a few weeks. So looks like they're still going out. And it still says here the IRS will continue to disperse economic impact payments on a weekly basis. So it looks like it's not the end of it yet. Still another 2.2 million third $1,400 checks going out. What about the fourth stimulus check? So what's behind the push for a fourth stimulus check? We're still waiting to see what happens with infrastructure. Regarding infrastructure, it's kind of connected to a fourth stimulus check, whether it's going to be a definite yes or a definite no. With the change.org petition for the $2,000 per month for every American, it jumped up 20,000 since I last reported it. It's at 2,681,000 signatures so far. Next, let's talk about all the crazy drama with infrastructure. So infrastructure vote fails as senators try to salvage bipartisan deal. So all the Republicans voted against this because they wanted to see the text first. Democrats voted for it, except for one Democrat. You won't believe who this is. I'm going to play you this video clip and it'll show exactly what happened.
Have all senators voted? Does any senator wish to change his or her vote? On this vote, the yeas are 49, the nays are 51. 3/5 of the senators duly chosen and sworn not having voted in the affirmative. The motion, the motion is not agreed to.
Madam President.
Majority Leader.
I enter a motion to reconsider the failed cloture vote.
The motion is entered.
Madam President. I just
Majority
want to
Leader.
explain what happened on the floor very briefly. At the end of the vote, sorry. Madam President, I just want to explain what happened on the floor very briefly. At the end of the vote, I changed my response to a no so that I may move to reconsider this vote at a future time. I yield the floor.
Up until moments before the vote, there was still no bill text presented for the actual bipartisan bill. So I was wondering how Chuck Schumer was going to play this, and I guess Chuck Schumer voted against it so that he could have another quick vote up in the future whenever he wants. It could be as soon as Monday. I'm going to play you another video clip explaining what's going on from one perspective of a Democrat senator and kind of giving a big overview of what's going on.
The Senate took a procedural vote to begin debate on the bipartisan infrastructure deal. That vote was tanked by Republicans. Every single member of the GOP caucus voted against moving forward. Their excuse? A refusal to vote on an unfinished bill, even though process votes like this happen all the time.
In other words, no time is lost by adhering to a very simple principle. We're not going to the bill until we know what the bill is.
There is no bill. It's just something that's empty. It's literally a shell bill. It's called infrastructure, but it has no details tied to it. It's about something completely irrelevant.
This is a whole new low.
Joining us now, Democratic Senator Jon Tester of Montana, a member of the bipartisan group of lawmakers who agreed on the deal in principle with the White House last month. Okay, Tester, this could go, either way here. I've never really gotten to ask you questions on camera before, so I'm going to try to remember that you're my friend and not put you on the spot. But what's going on? You and I both know there have been shell bills that we've proceeded on before, and we certainly know that there's hardly any bills that get through a motion to proceed that don't have massive changes in them before they get to the finish line. It's called manager's packages. It's called, pulling one and putting in a substitute bill. How close are you, and what is really going on behind the scenes here? I was a little surprised that nobody even said we're willing to start the debate to get the clock running.
So, look, you're exactly correct, Claire. We do this all the time, and it's not like this bill isn't known by anybody in the Senate who wants to know about it. The changes that we've made over the last week, some are significant, but most of them are pretty minor tweaks. And I think that hopefully we'll have a bill done today that the text will be able to be written on, that everybody will know exactly what's in it, right to the dotted I and crossed T by Thursday or Friday. But the end game here is that there's only so many legislative days left before we leave for August. Then we come back in September. There's not that many legislative days either. And I think Chuck Schumer wanted to get this bill going because he wants to see it passed. So he was trying to push the envelope. And by the way, we got a lot of stuff done in this bill we wouldn't have done otherwise if we wouldn't have had this vote today. But nonetheless, we need to continue to work and move forward. I think there will be another vote on this bill, or a shell, whichever it may be. And then I think we'll work hard to get the thing across the finish line because this country needs a significant investment in infrastructure. Not only for rural states like Montana and states like your home state of Missouri, but the entire country. And just to add one more thing, Claire, the whole world is watching. We've been in gridlock. You know this. You've lived it here in the United States Senate. We've been in gridlock. This is the first time in a long time where we've been able to have a significant, non-emergency, bipartisan bill that's the biggest investment in infrastructure in my lifetime. And I think that that's a good sign, but we need to get it done, otherwise it means nothing.
Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Are we ever going to get anything done in Congress? Does Congress deserve this big vacation that's coming up in just a couple of weeks? Or should they stay in Congress or stay in DC until they get stuff done? Let me know your thoughts on this. So still bullish on bipartisanship and filibuster. Biden sees infrastructure bill moving ahead on Monday. So it looks like Monday is the next big vote. Another day, another deadline passed. So leading up to this deadline, I think a lot of people, including myself, didn't think it was going to happen. Just the pieces weren't there. And, I think rather than being so hopeful for a deadline like this, I think a lot of people are just sick and tired of Congress crying wolf and saying something is going to happen. As with stimulus checks, you believe it when you see it in your bank account. We'll believe it when we see it in writing and something is actually voted on. So what Biden said is, what I don't do is get wrapped up around whether this is all about the filibuster. Then he says that I spent a lot of time as a senator and vice president, and I'm going to say something outrageous. I don't think you'll find any Republican I ever worked with who said I broke my word. Yeah, and then he goes on to say that Monday is going to be the vote for infrastructure, or is it? We don't know. They said they're going to have the bill written by the end of the week, possibly. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated on that. Next, with the IRS tax refund update. So timeline for the next batch is unclear as millions wait for payment. So the IRS put out a notice saying that direct deposits were going to be on July 14th and paper checks were going to be mailed out July 16th. This is for the $10,200 unemployment tax break refund. And what's going on here is that Fast Company, reliable company, they reached out for comment, and an IRS spokesperson had no new information about the next batch of refunds. So if you haven't received it yet, it could still be in the mail as a paper check, but if you don't receive it by next week, you could be in the next phase or the next batch of tax refunds waiting to go out. I hate to say it, but the IRS has been very incompetent on this. Also, the IRS warns taxpayers about child tax credit scams as payments reach households. So a lot of people who are waiting for these child tax credits to come, it could have came direct deposit. If it was coming direct deposit, you would have received it last week. On July 15th, around that time, maybe a day or two after the latest. If you didn't receive direct deposit by then, you're probably going to get a paper check. Should come this week, maybe next week at the latest. Now, this is where a lot of scams are coming because a lot of people are waiting for these child tax credit payments to come, $250 or $300 per month per kid. And if an IRS representative reaches out and says, hey, give me your social security, let me check up on your account, and people's social security get missing, or identity fraud and all that. So if you're still waiting for your child tax credit, the IRS will not reach out to you via Facebook, email, or call you. Don't give your social security number to anybody. If they say that you have a case open, ask for the case number. It's very unlikely that the IRS will reach out to you. So tell other people that as well. The IRS won't reach out to you about a child tax credit. And there's also glitches and confusion which leaves parents without advance of child tax credit payments. So there have been glitches, according to the IRS, why people aren't getting the child tax credit. So there could be delays, at least with this first round coming July 15th. They're supposed to come July 15th. Hopefully they fix everything, and then August 13th, because the 15th is a Sunday, and then every month after that it should be smooth. Hopefully that's what happens. Also, the IRS is holding events July 23rd to the 24th for anyone who wants to learn about the child tax credits or economic impact payments, the stimulus checks. So it's in a lot of different cities. I'm not going to read off all the cities, but New York, North Carolina, Dallas, Texas, New Jersey, pretty much the entire country. They're going to have it in major cities, so they'll have little tents and events. You could go there and ask a representative your question directly if you have any questions that haven't been answered. And next, let's talk about student loan forgiveness. So for what Elizabeth Warren said is clearing $50,000 in debt can transform an entire generation, according to Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. So what she said is she's calling for the White House to cancel $50,000 in student debt, as well as extend the pause until March 31st for federal student loan payments and interest. So those two things is what she wants. And she said if they do both of those things, that will completely eliminate student loan debt for 85% of people who currently carry it. And for the 15% of people who remain, it gives the Department of Education a chance to get them into the right repayment programs. So still pushing for the $50,000 in student loan forgiveness. It's up to President Biden, according to them, to just sign it through executive order. President Biden still not saying anything. We thought maybe this could have been in the reconciliation bill. Doesn't seem likely. So President Biden promised this on his campaign, so we'll wait and see what happens with that. I'll keep you updated. That is all the stimulus news I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I'm going to tell something what you should do. Don't let anybody tell you different. You are beautiful. You are full with excitement. You are great the way you are. Don't let anybody tell you any different. You're great the way you are. You are full with excitement, and you are great just the way you are in person. Bye. That's all I wanted to say for you. And be yourself. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Unfortunately, my daughter Kalea was not feeling well today, so she stayed home from camp, which is the reason why this video is going out a little later than usual. She was lying on my chest. I had to put her down just for a few minutes so I could film this video for you and give you this update. Anyways, if you want to check out any of my other videos, you could click this link up here or this link down over here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.